Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I have the long awaited video for my Wax Wednesday from Super Tarts. Now, Wax Wednesday was actually on Wednesday, November 15th. I'm filming this right now on Thursday, December 14th. I just received everything yesterday on the 13th of December. All right, so a little bit about Wax Wednesdays with Super Tarts. It's a one day a year sale that they have. Is 25% off of everything, and I mean like everything: body care, wax, like perfumes, like everything you can imagine. I'm sorry, I'm still coughing. And so of course, like, I want to take advantage of it. Not only is Super Tarts one of my top vendors, it's also got a sale, and they were going to pump a bunch of new scents that they hadn't made in a long time. They really made an effort to stock their website up with bam bags, clamshells, cookies, petals, things like that. There were some limits. I believe there were limits just on the cookies, the petals, which we'll discuss in a bit, and the bam bags, I believe, for most part of the day, because it started at midnight, like 12:01 Pacific Standard Time. I'm in the Pacific, so I stayed up, and I had everything in my cart and checked out by just after 10 after midnight. And I did have some items cart jacked from my, but whatever, I still managed to get lots of wonderful things. Anyway, it's just after midnight, and anyway, so I don't even know where I was going with this, but anyway, there were some limits. So cookies and petals and some band bags. I did not get any band bags. I did have a few band bags in my cart that were cart jacked. They were on limited quantities. This was not a pre-order. This is like ready to ship, quote unquote, ready to ship items. And like I said, they produced a lot of different things. They made these cookies. I've only really purchased from Super Tarts since February of 2017, so I'm really new to this. I've never seen petals before or cookies before. Pardon me. But I'm very excited to try them, and a lot of them were in scents that I have either tried and loved, or items that I couldn't get my hands on in any restocks when it came to clamshells, that she made them in cookies or petals or whatever, so I had to try. Now, the thing is with the Super Tarts, unfortunate part about it, I mean, of course, I'm buying Super Tarts. I know what was allowed. I know their conditions and so on. If you are international in any way, shape, or form, your items are last to go out of their website or out of their warehouse. Your items are last to be shipped. So just so you guys have an understanding, again, this was ready to ship. Mind you, they were super busy. They had so many orders, so I totally get that. Totally understand. But again, I was in and out in less than 10 minutes on the day it happened, and I still didn't get my notification that it was being even shipped out until December 1st. That's a long time. And we're the ones in the international that take the longest to get our stuff, because it has to go through customs and so on and so forth. Is the chance I'm willing to take, risk I'm willing to take. Like I said, Super Tarts is one of my top vendors that I love a lot of her scents. I just definitely want to take advantage of the sale, so that's not to poo-poo that. But I'm on Vancouver Island, and it's not, I mean, it's far enough away for me to get there. It's an hour and a half drive to Victoria, and like 2-hour ferry ride over to the border, and then probably another 2-hour drive at that point ish. I'm still hoping to make my goal, my dream. It sounds so silly, but I would really love to get out there to Super Tarts warehouse for sometime late spring when the weather is much better, and I'll probably just take an overnight trip down there, just make a kind of a miniature adventure. So that's one of my hopes and plans for that. So Super Tarts is, like I said, one of my top vendors. Her wax 95% of the time throws like crazy. Less is more. The amount of scents she has on her website is unbelievable. I have a lot of favorites from this vendor. Today I'll show you a lot of repurchases, and I'll tell you what is a repurchase and what are items that I decided to pick up during the sale, again, because I've heard about them, heard nothing but great things, or I was interested in them, or you know, they were a different shape rather than a clam because I couldn't get my hands on a clam because the whole site was not stocked. Anyway, without further ado, sorry, 5 minutes in, like a lot of YouTubers who I've seen already post their haul from Wax Wednesday, I received also Snot Me Not, which is like a little balm piece, and it's very like Vicks Vapor Rub. It's very good for head colds and things like that. So definitely going to keep this around until I get a head cold, because it's not if, it's more like when, because you know, that's what happens. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm still coughing. One thing I'll say, this first clam I'm going to show you is Go to Sleep. It is something, it's a repurchase. And let's see if I can get this in frame. It's pink sugar blended with our sweet lavender cream. This is a repurchase, and you'll notice, and no, I don't know if too many people said it on their YouTube videos, on their hauls. I've got OCD, and it bothers me that I know that they probably were just checking off each clam. None of my Super Tarts wax have these check marks from any of my D-Stash purchases or previous purchases from Super Tarts. So it kind of irks me to have that, because I like the labels just on their own, and I don't know quite why. I mean, I guess they have it's really busy, and they had so many orders, so that's probably part of it, but I just wish they wouldn't have checked that off. It's on every single one of my wax, my clamshells. So anyway, Go to Sleep is a repurchase for me. It's beautiful on its own, but it's great blended with items too. This is a new one for me because it's hardly ever on the website. It's Star Trek's Data, lavender cream, pear slices, and sugar cookies. I didn't show you Go to Sleep, but I'll go and I'll grab it for you again. Sorry. Whee. They've been bunged up a little bit. This one's actually pretty good. So that is Data. I really like the smell of this. I love lavender. You can sort of see a theme. I'll show you what Go to Sleep looks like too. It's a moon with some stars. What else am I gonna say with that? Oh, and also Super Tarts. I don't normally order from them directly. A couple times now I have. But realizing now that apparently Seattle, which is really close to them, is not one of those like customs, like a big customs airport. So my wax went to Seattle airport and then got flown down to San Francisco, and only to be brought back up to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and then shipped out. So it took a nice little trip there. This is a repurchase for me. This is Minerva's Pink Sugar and Laundry. This is Super Tarts, the Wizard's Wax. You'll probably remember these guys here from the last movie. And anyway, this is one of my favorite scents in the bathroom. You can sort of see her witch's hat right there. I really love this one. Really, really do love this one for the bathroom. So I'm looking forward to melting that. Let's do another repurchase here. I did pick up 2 of these. It is Magically Delicious. Lucky Charms cereal is a super sweet marshmallow amazing treat. I believe this is a house blend for them, and it is great. It's great on its own, but I also like blending it with things. Like a lot of Brandy's Bam Bags are blended with Magically Delicious and something else. It's also very good with Go to Sleep, so that is really cool. I'm glad to have purchased that. Sorry guys, I still can't shake this cough I've had for over a month at this point. And then this is new to me. This is something that, as of today, that like I say, I'm filming today, which is Thursday, December 14th. This was on the website, which is crazy because for the longest time it wasn't. I'd heard lots of great things about it. So it's really small print. It's fluffy buttercream icing, sweet strawberry filling, and white birthday cake. So that's what that one looks like. We'll open it up, and it's really nice. It's got a little happy birthday. Oops. Sorry, you guys. It's got little sprinkles along the top. Happy birthday. So it's beautiful. It's a great blender as well. I know that I always pay attention to listening to what other people I watch when they say they start blending things. I'm like, ooh, I gotta try that. Okay, so something I found I had to, and the reason why I got 3 of these is because I heard nothing but great things about this particular scent. And it's always out of stock. Always, always, always out of stock. So she said she made a lot of it. So I picked up 3 Lucky Lemons. So Lucky Lemons is described as lemon curd mixed with our Lucky Charms house blend, magically delicious. So it's really great. Again, I love lemon scents. This is also be good if you were cooking in the kitchen and you have some smelly meats that you might want to clear your kitchen out of. But also too, I love lemon, especially in springtime too, or when you're opening the windows, let it breathe. But I think it'd be great to blend as well. Let's go on to something that's new to me that I'm hoping will come out more when melting. I've heard great things about this melt. And when sniffing it on cold, it is, sorry guys, I should probably show you what Lucky Lemons looks like inside. I forgot to do that. Nothing fancy. It looks like, I think it's a lemon shape there. So yeah, back to the scent I'm about to talk about. It's hyped up. I know lots of people love it. I love the idea of this. It's very light for me on cold. So I'm really hoping that with a little bit of cure time, it'll warm up and do better. And that is Sleepy Beauty. It's from the Once Upon a Time. It's lavender cream, rose jam, and birthday cake. So I love all three of those scents. And so really was stoked to be able to get a couple of these in my cart. And I love the colors. I know it's so simple, but it's creamy white with just little speckles of surprise, right? I think it's great. And so like the inside, it's a little crumbly, these ones. I don't really even know. It's like can't make out that design, but there looks like it could be a rope or something there. Anyway, I can't really quite tell, but this is a fabulous scent, but it's very light on cold, so I'm really hoping it'll come out again. All right, so the next set of clams I have to share with you. It's one of my top fragrances from Super Tarts. It is comforting. It is beautiful. It's just comforting, not in a sleepy way, not like a relaxing scent, but when my parents came out to visit me, I made sure I was melting the scent when they arrived because I wanted them to arrive to a really nice scent. And I really love Brandy's Blackberry. Her Blackberry is bar none my favorite. So I did pick up 3 more Beauty and the Beast. So I think this makes 7 or 8 clams of this particular blend. So this is Beauty and the Beast, Sweet Blackberries and Magically Delicious. It is gorgeous, you guys. I'm in absolute love with this one. Like I said, it's a special scent. And when my parents, I'll probably melt this again when they come up for Christmas, knowing the day that they're, pardon me, the day that they're coming. I'll make sure that this is in full mode and nice and warming and inviting. I think it's non-invasive. It's one of those scents where I don't think it's very invasive at all. Like vanilla is to a lot of people. And the next one, I will say, I thought I could dupe it. I still am going to try it. Now that I'm going to be cutting up a Vanilla Bean Noel candle from Bath & Body Works, and I'll try it again with coconut. But I do like the scent. So when it came up for purchase, I was like, okay, well, I better stock up on some Rosalie from the Twilights collection. So that is Twisted Peppermint and Coconut Cream Pie. This is a very popular scent for her, for Brandy. It was just released, like she released a bunch of new ones. I love Rosalie and I love Emmett. I haven't melted it yet, but Emmett's an amazingly, I think it's like pine and strawberry jam. Oh my god, it smells good too. But anyway, this one always sells out super quick, but I was like, I'm gonna pick up 3 more of these just so I can say I have them, so that I can maybe use those other like I was using Rose Girls mini melters, and I want to save them for other things too. So with that being said, I've got 3 cookies and a petal. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the petal. I got this in Lavender Orange Dream. Sorry, guys. And it's described as sweet lavender mixed with our orange sherbet. And this is one of those scents where I've wanted to get it in clam. It sells out so fast. I can never get it. It's always gone. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to try this. Look how huge this is. Like, okay, so regular price, these clams are $4. I think she might be jumping them up to $4.25 in the new year. But I think these are like 5 something, I want to say. These are huge. These are absolutely ginormous. Like, I could get so many melts. Again, what I said before, Super Tarts is less is more. So use less and still get such a great throw. Oh my gosh, I really love this. I actually get a lot of the orange, which I'm surprised, but the lavender definitely comes out for sure. I really like this. And these were one of the items that were limited. You can only, up to a certain point, I think she did open up the limits to open, I want to say midway through the day. So there were no limits on anything, probably because she just wanted to get the stock out. The next item here is a cookie in something, again, although it's on the website right now, as far as, like I said, the day I'm filming, it's on the website, it's available. It's jelly jam and dinner rolls, and it's fresh oven baked bread and orange strawberry marmalade. And I wasn't sure, like, I'm like, ooh, I wonder. Well, first of all, look at this. Again, look at the size of this thing. Like my palm. I mean, I don't have big hands, but holy Dinah. That's huge. This is huge. Oh, this is good. This is interesting. Like, this is super interesting. I definitely get the orange and the strawberry marmalade. And I've heard that when you melt this, that does warm up. When it warms up, you'll get more of the bread note. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out. Another one that I keep trying to get as a clam, but it sells out, is probably like the only one. Like, I'm just going to be real here. Real talk. So there's, on Brandy's website, there's a lot of collections. And some collections are so popular and others not flop, but they don't do as well. And I kind of felt that way. I think, of course, when a collection is brand new, people buy a lot of it because they're like, oh, new collection, new stuff, blah, blah, blah. But then you started seeing lots of people who are destashing these, I'll tell you in a second, this particular collection's worth of melts. There's only like 2 that I ever wanted to try from this particular collection because they even sounded decent for me and my nose. Again, everyone's different. That's why there's lots of choices. I'm not bashing Brandy or Super Tarts, but you can't win them all. And I feel that this next collection that I'm going to show you, this one, I'm happy I got it because this was one of the ones, one of 2 in that whole collection that I ever wanted, but it was always sold out because, of course, it is an actual good clam and it doesn't scare me. And that's in like the Bob's Burgers collection. Again, like I said, I'm not dissing Brandy or Super Tarts. I'm just saying I go on Super Tarts probably once every couple days, take a look. This one does not move. Kind of like the Oz one doesn't move anymore. Like it's done, I think. So I'm not quite sure. Anyway, this one is Bob. It's just shaving cream, coconut shavings, and seaside. I've wanted to try this for so long. Again, in clam, but I couldn't get it because it's one of the only ones that it sells out in that collection. And it's because it's really good. I really, really love the scent of this, and I can probably get 6 to 8 wax melts out of this by cutting this up. Again, less is more with Super Tarts, so yeah, again, looking forward to that. And lastly, something I do have BAMs of and a clam of, but I don't want to be without because this is beautiful. And this is a cookie in Twilight's Immortal Child. Lavender cream, pink sugar, strawberry cake, which is the go to sleep and happy birthday, which, by the way, I have both of now. So I can create this on its own when it's out. So I have this again in a cookie. Same thing as all the last 2 that I've showed you. Beautiful. This is a beautiful bedroom scent. It's very relaxing. It's that kind of relaxing. Whereas I find this to be comforting. Like, I don't know, it's very comforting. This one is very relaxing to me. This is soothing, like, you know, that kind of thing. So you guys, that is my haul from Super Tarts. It's quite a bit. I mean, it could have been more, and I'm happy with what I got. Shipping is very expensive to Canada. It's $50 American, and I mean, I'm sure I could probably got more. Like, you play with your cart. The big thing about if you're an international buyer to any of these companies, play with your cart. You'd be amazed. I think this was in a small flat rate box, so, and it's $50 no matter what. So if it ended up in a medium flat rate, which could have fit probably twice as much as I showed you here, it'd still be $50. And I'm sure it does go up at some point. But yeah, it is pretty expensive. And then I did end up paying customs of $22 and some change in Canadian. So that I was prepared for. I knew that, but that's the price that we pay for getting wax from outside the country. So anyway, you guys, as always, be safe, have fun, and thanks again for joining me. And like I said before, Super Tarts is one of my top vendors. Really enjoy their company and their scents. All right, you guys, thanks very much. Take care.